Well, another mediocre show that had a very, very horrendous botch. I mean, a botch that destroys a show. Okay? And the fact that this was in the main event, last minute of the show, this is what we see. And honestly, I don't care whose fault it was, right? People are saying it's the ref's fault. People are saying it's Nia's fault. Her shoulder was up. I don't care. Right? Why wouldn't the ref count to 3 if it was supposed to end at that point? You know what I mean? So, I don't care whose fault it was. It was just a really, really bad botch. And we're living in the times where botching is okay. We're all human, right? We just went through a whole Jey Uso title reign where he got it by botching. He botched a suicide dive. He botched a spear. He botched many promos. Right? So this is something that we praise now. We praise people for botching. We praise people for trying. Right? We give everyone an effort trophy now. Right? Now, I don't know if ESPN grades every WWE PLE. But the fact that WWE WrestlePalooza was on ESPN and they graded it a C. This was a show that was on their platform. And they're grading it a C. This is them being generous. If this was not on ESPN, they probably would have gave you a D. Or an F. Or an N/A. You know what I mean? Good job for trying, type of thing. But I'm just happy that at least some platform is keeping the WWE on its toes. Right? Because they definitely... when Triple H saw that, he probably took that as a slap in the face. And I'm happy that someone is slapping Triple H in the face. Now, let's get into the show. Right? We start off, Paul Heyman coming out, and I feel like they told Paul Heyman, yo, start off the show, just waste 10 minutes. Fill in some time. That's what they do. Paul Heyman comes out, he speaks, he just says a bunch of nothing, right? He rambles on, and then right when he's about to say something of meaning, something of substance, right? He's about to talk about Brock Lesnar and what Brock Lesnar's doing here. Cody Rhodes interrupts Paul Heyman. And see, this is the thing that annoys me, right? We go through a whole 10 minutes of Paul Heyman just saying a bunch of nothing. And then he's about to say something of substance. And then we get interrupted by Cody Rhodes, who comes out and just says a bunch of nothing. They always do this. I don't know why they constantly do things like this. They like to sprinkle in, oh, you want to know why Brock Lesnar's here? I'm not going to say shit. I still don't know what story is between John Cena and Brock Lesnar. What was the story between them? And why is Brock Lesnar here? Why is he beating up security guards? Why did he beat up fucking Corey Graves? You know what I mean? There's so many things that just don't add up. And I would like an explanation. I feel like the fans would like an explanation. Or at least a storyline or something. Right? It felt like, as a viewer, we're about to get somewhere and then we just cool off. Right? So Cody Rhodes comes out. He basically, asks Paul Heyman, who are you? Are you the wise man? Are you the, whatever the other two words, the aristocrat? Whatever the fuck they call him. All right. It's literally just no substance, no meaning in this. Then Paul Heyman's like, well, I got back up, and then the Visions come out, right? Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker come out, and they basically jump Cody Rhodes. And then who comes to save him? Randy Orton. I mean, for the other weeks, it was Jey Uso, it was Sami Zayn, and I feel like months ago it was Randy Orton. It's like they cycle through different months. They're like, all right, this month is Randy Orton that's going to save Cody. The next month is Jey Uso. Then it's going to be Jimmy. Then it's going to be Sami Zayn, and they just rotate. It's crazy. But yeah, that's how we end this segment. And I want to quickly talk about these backstage interviews. I'm not a fan of it. I rather them just have dialogue and storylines in the back room than just having an interviewer interview someone. Obviously, it's very important to have an interview backstage, right? But it's like they constantly do it. That's the only thing that happens backstage is an interview. That shouldn't be the case, right? We get 10 interviews and then one backstage segment, which is a Judgment Day segment, or on SmackDown, it's a Damian Priest segment that leads to nowhere, right? Damian Priest is just getting fucking knocked out every fucking week. Every time I see Damian Priest, he's in the backstage walking around looking for Aleister Black, and then he gets knocked out. What the fuck happened to Damian Priest, man? All right, but I don't care about any of these interviews, right? Jake Gargo had an interview. It's the same thing happens every single time they have an interview. Someone else comes up, and then there's a little dialogue, and then they walk away. It gets to a point where it's just so repetitive. It's just boring. right? It's just so repetitive. Like, they need to spice things up. And honestly, it's pretty simple. Change the structure. The structure of the show shouldn't be the same every single show. You know what I mean? Spice things up, right? Like, instead of doing 10 interviews, have maybe 2 interviews backstage. And honestly, instead of having Drew McIntyre come out and just cry and whine in a promo and then have an interview with Nick Aldis, you could have just had a backstage segment of actually telling a story, right, of Drew McIntyre and making it feel more personal, more of a character, right? Because he does this every week. He comes out and basically just cries, right? Instead, follow him around, right? He's talking to people, trying to recruit people maybe, or trying to plant seeds against Cody Rhodes to up-and-coming superstars, maybe like a Carmelo Hayes. There's so many things that you could do, right? And it's not like it's like a 5-minute segment. It could be like a 30-second segment, and then you cut to a different scene, and then 10 minutes later, you get Drew McIntyre again trying to do this, trying to do that. Like, it can be an ongoing storyline throughout the show. And that's what they're missing. And it's so simple. It's not rocket science. They just don't do it. And I don't understand why. It's so simple. And it's a way that would really help the show feel more engaging. I mean, it's that simple. But from that promo that Drew McIntyre did, Jacob Fatu comes in and interrupts, and basically, I mean, it wasn't really an argument, because what Jacob Fatu was like arguing about, he was just like, oh, you're always whining, you're always crying, this, that, which honestly has nothing to do with Jacob Fatu. So, like, him coming out and be like, you're always whining, why the fuck do you care, Fatu? That part I didn't understand, but Jacob Fatu ends up laying Drew McIntyre out, and yeah, there we go with that. We then get the United States Open Challenge match between Sami Zayn and Javon Evans, which I enjoyed the match. I think was a really good match. Javon Evans. Now, I do like NXT. Before I had a big break of wrestling, NXT was probably my favorite. Well, not probably. NXT was my favorite brand at the time. They have Obafemi, Trick Williams, Ethan Page. I just feel like they have better characters, and they have better stories, and just better champions too. They have better everything. It's kind of crazy, right? You compare I've said this many times, you compare Obafemi to Cody Rhodes, and it's laughable, right? Obafemi is someone that can go against a Brock Lesnar. You know what I mean? And honestly, I would love to see that, but probably won't happen anytime soon or ever. But yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping that a Javon Evans could get a good run. He's not my favorite out of NXT, but he's very young. He has a lot of room to grow, I think, on the mic, especially just on the mic. I feel like that's the only place where he has to grow. In the ring, he's really, really good. He's really talented. He can do a lot of moves. Maybe just, being a little cleaner. That's about it. He's, 22, 21? So he's going to be fine. Hopefully, Triple H can just book him in the right way, because he has the height. He just needs to get a little muscle on him, and I feel like he'll be fine. But Sami Zayn gets the win, right, as expected. And honestly, I feel like a lot of people have been enjoying Sami Zayn's U.S. title run. And the main reason is because it's an open challenge, right? So every single show, there's going to be a mystery challenger, a mystery opponent that he's going to have to face. And I feel like that brings intrigue, engagement. It's honestly the best part of the show, which is, crazy. I'm not a huge Sami Zayn fan. And this is not because of Sami Zayn. This is because it's an open challenge. But Sami's been putting on great matches, so I got to give him credit for that. Now, who's going to take the title off of him? I do not know. I think it should be someone like a Trick Williams or someone from NXT. That's a great way of just elevating a character, elevating an NXT guy. I feel like there's so many NXT people that they've called up, even like a Braun Breaker. I mean, I know Braun Breaker is in a good position right now, but he's not like a huge character. It's not like he's really elevating in my eyes. I don't see him getting better every week. I don't see his character growing every week. You know what I mean? Like Solo Sikoa, you could see his character grow every week. Jacob Fatu, and very rapidly you could see his character get better. I'm not a huge fan. I mean, he's good. At least he brings the intensity, right, when it comes to promos. But he gets better every week. When it comes to Braun Breaker, he doesn't really do much. He kind of just barks and obviously some people like it. It's just, I feel like he should have been put in a better position for him to succeed. Because right now he just looks like a lackey. Same with Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed could be a monster. Bronson Reed could be someone to take serious. But now you can't even take him serious. He's just a bodyguard. That's all he is. And he is good on the mic. He's a big guy that's good on the mic as well. So you can tell good stories with him. But they choose not to. Right? Remember, Before the visionaries were started, Braun Breaker tsunami'd Seth Rollins like 5 times and got him sent out for like months. You know what I mean? It's the story has never been finished with Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins, and I really hope they can finish the story while they're in an alliance. I feel like that would be a good way. Maybe Bronson Reed wants to be a leader. I don't know, like do something, man. Tell some story. You know what I mean? It's not rocket science. All you have to do is write. Right? And if Triple H is the guy writing these stories and he has all these shows he has to manage, hire more writers. Or honestly, resign. Please, resign. We need the show to get better. Right? If you really want to make the show better, you either hire writers that actually know how to write stories, or it's an ego thing. I really think it's an ego thing with Triple H. He just likes to have the power. He likes to be in control. And he's just not creative, man. He's not creative enough to run this brand. We then get to the final match, and oh god. I talked about this earlier. The botch happened, and that just killed the whole match for me. You know what I mean? Like, the match was okay. It wasn't a great match at all. Nia, Jade Cargill, she's really impressive with her strength, but like she's just pretty stiff. You know what I mean? And like her character, in my opinion, I still don't know. Like, is Jade Cargill a heel or a face? Like, in her promos, she acts like a heel, but then like the fans cheer for her like she's a face. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what her character is. And she's like barely on the show. I mean, I don't know if she's on the show every week, but to me, it feels like she's never on the show. So how are we supposed to connect with her? Like, who connects with Jade Cargill? I don't see anyone connecting with her. She's a jacked lady who should be booked in a completely different way than she is right now. You know what I mean? Like, she should be booked in a way that's like, oh, she's scary, she's intimidating. No girl would want to even step near her. But no. Every girl wants to step near her. Who was she? She was beefing with fucking, what's her name? Liv Morgan. Like a couple months ago. She lost to Liv Morgan, actually. Her first loss was to Liv Morgan. Now that I'm thinking about it. Ever since that day, ever since Liv Morgan pinned Jade Cargill has been nothing on the show. So, yeah. Well, that's going to be it for the video. If you enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you guys soon. Peace out.